There's this movie from my childhood that I remember. It stars young Tom Hanks and Gina Davis. It has Madonna in it. These women, they want to start a baseball league, not a softball league, a baseball league. And so they do, and Tom Hanks is their coach. And so I believe it was Madonna. She's playing ball, and I guess she has a bad play or something, or I'm not sure what happens, but she begins to cry. And Tom Hanks looks at her and he says, "Are you crying? There's no crying in baseball." And that is how I felt so many nights as a network marketer. Except there's no crying in baseball. I'm like, there's no crying in network marketing. But see, that's what I did. Some nights, not every night, not many nights, but just some nights. I would just cry because I was experiencing so much failure. I am a network marketer. I love network marketing. I love the possibility. I love what it can be. In the first company I was in, I loved the people. I loved the products. I think I still love the products. I just love almost everything about it. And I say almost because the part I didn't love was the fact that I was failing. So I stayed there for about 5 years. I knew some success. And people deemed me as a leader, but mostly I knew failure. And so I would tell myself, maybe I'm not cut out for business. I would cry sometimes and things like that. But see, a friend of mine, he introduced me to online marketing. And this isn't just online marketing, it's the business I'm in now. It's online marketing, it's network marketing, it's marketing training. And all of a sudden, going through the products, I'm like, yes, I have it. I know what I was missing as a network marketer. I didn't have the marketing training. And now I know exactly what to do to succeed. I've cracked the code. Honestly, I have cracked the code. And now I am so determined to help other network marketers crack the code because network marketing isn't supposed to be painful or anything like that. I'm telling you, there's no crying in network marketing, and you should not feel the urge to cry because you're failing or whatever, or get angry or just whatever, because it shouldn't be this degree of failure. So I'm going to talk about some reasons. I'm going to talk about some reasons why people fail. And let me tell you, if I laugh during this webinar, I am not laughing at you. I am laughing at myself. See, I've been a network marketer for 6 years. So I've done a lot of things. I've known a lot of failure. And like all of these things I talk about on these webinars that you shouldn't do, I've done. Okay, so I'm not laughing at you. I am definitely laughing at myself. And so I consider some reasons why network marketers fail. And so I was listening to this audio by a man. I believe his name is Tony Rush. At the time this audio was made, he was a 7-figure earner in my company. And he began talking about features versus benefits, features and benefits. And I said, hot dog, that's what I'm talking about, because I know that network marketers, that's what they do. They present the features as opposed to the benefits of their business. And that's why so many of them don't see success. So I'm listening to this man, and he knows what he's talking about. Again, he's generated $2 million. So I'm like, let me listen up and let me share this with other people. So this is the problem. One of the problems in network marketing. People don't present the benefits of their business, how this is going to benefit other people. They present the features. I'm sorry, if I've been saying Tony Robbins, I apologize. Tony Rush is his name. Tony Rush was talking about one of his mentors, and He said what his mentor told him is, listen, your prospects are listening to WIIFM radio. And it's an acronym. It means what's in it for me. And even though people don't like to admit that, that's probably what they're thinking, when they get presented with a business opportunity, like, what's in it for me? But instead of people saying what's in it for them, they go and they talk about everything else. They talk about their company and the founder and blah, 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 all those things. And so that's a no-no. So on this webinar, I'm going to tell you, I already told you what the problem was. I'm going to give the solution. The solution is this webinar. See, I mentioned one of the solutions is this webinar, and also the offer that I have following this webinar. I mentioned that I was listening to audios, and he just hit it right on the head, and so I'm going to go more into that later. Some things you can expect from this webinar. I'm going to tell you some stories. Most of them involve me. I don't want people to feel like I'm making fun of them. Trust me, I am making fun of myself. I've done all these things. So I'm going to tell some stories about myself. I'm going to give a call to action, and you guys can relax. My call to action is a sales pitch, but it's okay. It's $145, okay? It's not going to break the bank or anything like that. You guys can relax, just enjoy the webinar. Some of the things you may see in this webinar is I am going to constantly, as I've already been doing, taking deep breaths. And the reason I'm going to take deep breaths is a physiological reason that I won't tell you right now. And I just might eat my candy. See, someone advised me not to eat on my webinar, but I think I might do it anyway because, again, it's a physiological reason. So I'm not just eating for the sake of eating. I'll need to. So, okay. So that's what you can expect on this webinar. And here I go. Okay. So I'm talking about features versus benefits. And features is basically, it's facts, okay? It's facts. You're giving a bunch of facts about your business. I'm going to start off with myself. I used to do this. See, I was so in love with my company. And the reason I was so in love with it was because when I was first introduced to it, I saw how I could help people, okay? And I saw all the nutrition facts of this juice that I was selling. And so I saw how it can help people. I could tell you every single thing about that business, not the business, about the product. I probably can still tell you everything about the product, People say one word and I can explain it to them. And it's like, well, I used to be in the health and wellness industry, and this is kind of what I sold, but I knew all the facts. I knew all the features, but I kind of missed that benefit part of how it's going to benefit others. So it was juice. It was health juice made of fruit. And so, for example, okay, one of them had resveratrol in it. I told you I could tell you everything about it. One of these juices, it tastes really good. It had resveratrol in it. If you know anything about resveratrol, and it also contains plant sterols. Plant sterols line your arteries. They're scientifically proven to lower blood sugar, or resveratrol helps your heart. You see what I'm doing right now? That's exactly what I would do to my prospects. If they wanted to know that, they could look it up on the internet. What is in it for them? How does it benefit them? I'm not given a reason. I wasn't given a reason unless I wasn't making sales. Well, that's one of the reasons I wasn't making sales. Had I had a prospect, now this is how you flip that around. If I had a prospect who suffered from high cholesterol, I could say, I understand that high cholesterol runs in your family. Yeah. Did you know this is proven to bring down cholesterol, this is how it can work for you. I'm not just being general. I'm not just blabbing a bunch of facts. I'm telling people how it can benefit you. And that's what you have to do. I'm telling them what's in it for them. What's in it for you is that this can bring down your cholesterol. You don't have to be afraid anymore of this plaguing you like it has plagued others in your family. Hey, by the way, are you looking to make more money because you can sell this to people you know who suffer from high cholesterol and earn an income? You're getting health and wealth in one. See, that's so different from a bunch of facts. Really? Who cares about the facts? So what? You have to tell people how it's going to benefit them. I thought of a story. Okay, you guys, if you feel the need to laugh, just go ahead and laugh at me for saying this. I have a fascination with the Corvette Stingray, okay? One day real soon, I am going to get that car. It has to have butterfly wings, okay? If it doesn't have butterfly wings, I don't want it. White, because white is my favorite color. A white Corvette Stingray with butterfly wings. Now, if I went into a dealership and someone started telling me all the features about this car, honestly, I don't care. That would go so far over my head because, like, really, I know nothing about cars except when it has 4 tailpipes in the back, and that means it goes really fast. I couldn't identify an engine or a good engine from a bad engine. I don't care. Don't tell me all the facts and the features of this Corvette Stingray because you just might lose the sale. What you should do is tell me the benefits of it. You know why I want this car? Because it's sexy, okay? Maybe tell me about the safety feature, but that's it, because I'm a pretty sick person. But that's it. Don't tell me about horsepower or nothing like that. I don't even know what a horse has to do with the car, okay? So you know why I want this car? Because it's sexy. And you know something? It's gonna make me feel real sexy. That's it. That's how this is going to benefit me. Can you imagine me? I'm a little girl. I have a very small frame. Stepping out of this Corvette Stingray with butterfly wings, you know, it'll make me feel powerful. That's what it'll do for me, because when you think of a sports car, you don't think of a little bitty woman driving it, especially if it has black tinted windows and butterfly wings. You don't think of a woman driving that, you think of a man. So when I step outside of it, probably in my heels, and you see it's a woman, you'll be thrown for a loop, okay? What I like about this car, the benefits you should be sharing with me, how this is going to make me feel. It's going to make me feel sexy. It's going to make me feel powerful. That's what you got to do in your network marketing business. That you always have to present the benefits. Remember that acronym, WIIFM, what's in it for me? And you can only know what's in it for your prospects if you take the time to learn. Sometimes as network marketers, I've done this too, we see people in our minds, it'll be a good fit for them, what we have. So we go up to them or whatever. I've gone up to people, I used to sell a weight loss product, who are overweight, you know. And I would say, hey, you want to try this? They'd be like, no, no, I don't. And that would just puzzle me, boggle me. I'm like, if you're overweight, why don't you want to try a weight loss product? That's just a simple. Well, they just didn't want to do it, you know. I thought this would be good. I didn't take the time to figure out what my prospects wanted. I just forced what I wanted on them, what I wanted for them. And that is another no-no. That is something you don't do as a network marketer. Take the time to figure out what your prospects want, and that way you'll be able to present them with the benefits. So I had this team member. His name was Dan. His name is Dan. He's no longer my team member. We love this guy. He really loved the product. He really loved what we were selling. And he would see people and he would say, oh, they would be perfect for this. They would be perfect for this. So they would tell him no, again and again and again. He loved this shoe so much that he would just go on and on and on about the features, and it'll do this for you, it'll do that. No, he never asked if people wanted that to be done. So he used to own a coffee shop. And so he's going on and on and on, and one day telling this woman to do this and that and blah, blah, blah. And finally someone says, geez, Dan, in a minute, you're going to be telling her it's going to give her better gas mileage, this juice. And so he kind of laughing. He's like, well, yeah, I guess I'm laying it on kind of thick. See, he did not. Well, first of all, she had rejected him so many times, she probably shouldn't even have been his prospect. But he was talking about the features so much that this other guy just jumped into his conversation and basically said, man, give it a rest. Come on. Now, had he told this woman what it would have done for her, well, not her because she told him no already, but someone who's mildly interested, had he told that person what it could have done for them, then maybe he would have had a sale. So I thought that was pretty funny. The guy just telling him in a minute, you're going to tell her it's going to give her better gas mileage. I thought that was pretty funny. And that's the moment when he realized, I am laying this on thick. I'm laying on talking about the features very, very thick. What's in it for me? What's in it for me? And when I say what's in it for me, I'm speaking from your prospect's perspective. What am I going to get from this? How am I going to benefit? I mean, come on. Tell me. If your product is so great, tell me what it's going to do for me. I heard a woman on a conference call once. She said, people are so, I don't know the word for this. In my dialect, we in Chicago, we say people are so thirsty, but I don't know if that's a good word. Desperate. They're so desperate for people to buy their product. It's like, she's like, I got a studio in my house. I should put it in a song. People are like, buy my product, buy my product. That's just what they do. And that's what it feels like sometimes when you're talking about all the features, buy my product. It's like, stop. What is your product gonna do for me? What is it gonna do for me? Sometimes I'm on Facebook and solo ad providers will reach out to me and they'll try to get me to buy their solo ads. Couple problems with that. I heard someone say that a solo ad provider never reaches out to you, and I'm inclined to believe them. I've heard multiple people say this. If anybody is pitching you to buy their solo ad, run, okay? Run the opposite direction, because no good solo ad provider does that. Anyway, so they sometimes pitch me to purchase their solo ads. I don't even know how we become friends on Facebook. So they're like, buy my solo ad. And immediately, they'll start off with like, hi, how you doing? And I'm like, well, yeah, whatever, hi. Not to be rude. And I think they'll ask me something, I'll answer, and immediately they go into the ad provider. And like the last person did that, I'm like, this is completely irrelevant to what we were just talking about. You just immediately started slamming me with the information about your solo ad, about your business, how long you've been around, this and that, all because you found out that I am an online marketer. That's why you targeted me. Couple problems with that. I told you no good solo ad provider targets anybody. I mean, come on. They're trying to teach people how to come to them. So why would they be coming to you? As whatever. So I'm like, that's the first problem. You're trying to pitch me. The second problem is you did not find out how this will benefit me. You found out that I'm an online marketer. You have no idea. If I have my own solo ad provider, which I do, you have no idea if my business is taking off. You just, how do you do that? How do you do that? And the third problem is that you immediately started telling me about your business. I don't care about your business. I mean, that's nice. That's wonderful that you have a business, but how does this relate to me? If I buy your solo ad, which I will not, what am I gonna get from this? So that's just something. I never realized how much that ticked me off until I started talking about it right there. But that's presenting. That's presenting all the features versus the benefits. You're telling me every single thing about your business, your company, your solo ad, what it can do. It's like I'm not even a real person. I'm not even there. You have made no, besides saying hi, how are you? You've made no interaction with me. You have given me no reason to buy your solo ad. Why should I? So this is a very short webinar, but I just wanted to say that to you guys. Do not present the features, present the benefits. WIIFM radio. What's in it for me? It requires you taking your mind off of you and putting it on your prospects so that you can tell them what's in it for them. And I got all this from a seven-figure earner. All these stories I've told, besides the one that I'm making fun of myself. See, I talked about cracking the code. And you, like, really, you want to know why I've cracked the code? The network marketing code is because of the training I've received from this seven-figure earner, from so many 6 and 7 and 5 figure earners that I've received. And when I said it was going to be a sales pitch, that's what I'm selling you guys on. I want to introduce you to that training from these marketers. What you guys get from this is that, see, in these audios, it's about 100 audios you have access to on a monthly basis. These marketers, and they're like, man, they're incredible. These top earners, they're just giving you tips and tricks and strategies and things like that, so that you will know how to further your business, any business. If you're watching this webinar, you're probably a network marketer, so you will learn how to market your network marketing business. I've learned so much from these audios, and I want to share it with you all. And so you could probably see that there's a banner right beneath this video. This banner is not going to stay here very long. At 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, which is in about 2.5 hours. I'm going to take this down. So you'll be able to see the replay, but you will not be able to purchase. Also, I want to give you something for free. See, I'm an author. I'm an author. And see these deep breaths I keep taking and things like that. There's a story behind it. And I finally, after 9 years, just put it all out there. And I talked about my transformation, how other people have been transformed through this business. And so I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you that. When you click the link and buy. I'm taking it down in 2.5 hours. If you do not like these audios, do not worry. See, everything in this industry comes with a money back guarantee. If you don't like them, you get a refund. Tell them it made you itch. Okay, it made you itch, and they'll give you your money back. So my pitch to you guys is to click that link right below. I want to share with you. I told you I am so determined to see network marketers succeed. I want to share with you the information that I help you succeed. So this is what you get. You get those audios, access to it for a month. It'll be a recurring payment. Access to it for a month. You also are going to get my book. Do you see? Yeah, you're going to get my book. And then you'll understand why this was such a short webinar. Okay, guys, go ahead and click that link. I will see you on the other side. I look forward to working with you. Okay, that's all I have for you guys for tonight.